With the 2024 NBA Draft just a few days away now, a bunch of teams are starting to extend invites for some pre-draft workouts for them, and the Oklahoma City Thunder have extended them to a few guards and forwards. However, with the center and power forward positions, they haven't really been open about who's been there, and there are a few guys on mock draft boards that the Oklahoma City Thunder plan on taking, but they haven't been notified that they've been to Oklahoma City yet for a pre-draft workout. However, there is one guy that is on top of the list for a bunch of mock drafts right now who slowly creeps his way into the lottery, or even a pick from 15 to 18 as well, who at the beginning of the college season was a fringe guy, but he won the National Player of the Year award, and it looks like he could be heading to Oklahoma City with the 12th overall pick. What up, it's Bryson Akins with another Thunder Digest video for you guys today. Before I get all this though, I want to take a moment and say if you guys find yourself coming back on a regular basis and you enjoy the content on the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. It's totally free to do, and it's the best way to support the channel here on Thunder Digest. With that out of the way, we can go and get into the video talking about him. You guys saw from the thumbnail, you saw from the title, and what I just said earlier about how he was the National Player of the Year. We're talking about Zach Edey, and there's definitely a discussion on why a bunch of people are high on Zach Edey. However, there are a bunch of people that are low on Zach Edey as well, saying he will be a bust. And before we get all this, I don't think he's going to be a great player, but I don't think he'll be a bad player. I think he's a career backup guy. He'll always be your backup center for a team no matter what. I think there are a few times and cases he could start for teams such as a rebuilding team or someone that really went guard heavy for their superstars. They just need someone to fill in that starting role and kind of take up some space defensively. And I think Zach Edey can be decent. It's just where I don't see him as a lottery guy. I see him as a guy, if you want the value that he's going to bring to the team, you need to draft him from anywhere from the 20 to 25th pick. I feel like that's the best value for him in that range, and I think it would be a waste of a lottery pick to use it on him. However, with the Ringer's recent mock draft, they have us taking Zach Edey with this pick. They have us taking Zach Edey here. As you can see, this is what they had to say about it too at 12 overall. Edey addresses Oklahoma City's need for size and adds a totally different interior ingredient to their offense with his interior scoring, offensive rebounding, and screening. And if there's anyone who can turn Edey's touch around the basket into reliable three-point shooting, it's assistant coach Chip. So as you can see there, they're high on the Thunder being able to take Edey and actually turn him into a guy that can help out the team. And he does have a lot of strong suits that he brings to his game. I'm not going to, lie about that. There are, a bunch of positives he brings, but also a bunch of negatives. And you also got to wonder, what's the comparison like and what's some stuff that really stands out to him? Well, this is what I love about the Ringer and their mock draft. They have a pro comparison, what he can bring to the team already, and also some little highlights, what he really excels at. And this is what they had to say about him, as you can see here. Massive center with a skill set that has transformed him from a fringe draft prospect to a potential lottery pick. So as I said there, a guy that was fringe, possibly just going in the second round of the NBA draft for a team that wants to take a chance on him, he could potentially be a lottery guy now because of how well he's been doing in the combine and with potentially his interviews as well. And they say he has shades of Ivica Zubac. And these are some things that stand out with him. He's a human highlight reel, so he's going to make these, spectacular plays, interior scoring, and post presence. So, basic stuff you expect from a big man there. I'm going to be honest, that's just basic stuff. He's just a three ball decently. He can shoot it from time to time. His scoring potential is definitely up there. It's just a matter of fact, the thing I'm worried about is his athleticism. Can he move around quickly compared to some of these other prospects that we can get in the draft? That's the only worry I have with drafting a guy like Edey, and that's why I think at 12, I don't think it's the right pick. Now, what I think we should do is we really want Zach Edey, trade down to 18 to 20 where he's potentially going to fall. That's where I potentially see him falling, and then boom, you can take him. Or if you want, draft someone right now, go ahead, draft someone with the 12th pick, then whoever drafts Edey, make a trade for him. We did that with Derek Lively and Cason Wallace last draft. You can do the same thing here. Okay, you really like that person, so you might as well go after and go get him. They think, okay, we took the wrong person as well. We actually wanted that guy, but you guys took him. Trade for each other. Do that. I just don't think at 12 we should be taking Zach Edey. He's not a lottery guy. He's a guy that falls anywhere from 18 to 20. Realistically, I've seen him in 20 to 25 range in the first round. But he does have some positives to his game. I'm going to be honest about that. He does. When you look at it, these are the positives that they had him on the ringer, like what he really does well. Hard to stop interior scorer, not just because of his sheer size, but also because of his skill and touch. He does a great job using his massive frame to seal off positioning and make himself available for interior feeds. He doesn't have advanced footwork, but his gigantic presence is enhanced by his agility. Willingly embraces his role, whether playing limited minutes as an underclassman or running the offense through him as a junior and senior. Playing for the Canadian national team last summer, he fully took on responsibility as a screener, something Purdue doesn't ask of him as often as post-ups. Intelligent big man with a solid feel for playmaking outside of double teams. He isn't a savant passer by any means, but he limits mistakes despite receiving so much attention from college defenses. Keeps the ball high when he catches it near the rim, so he's not prone to getting stripped with a soft touch on hook shots. So they're saying that he uses his size well, and he knows how to adapt. That's what stands out to me. He knows how to adapt. He can fit into any role that he sees fit, whether it's off, with limited minutes as a bench player, an underclassman, or as a starter when they have a lot asked of him. If Edey came on the team, he wouldn't be a starter. He'd be coming off the bench. He'd be our backup center, and he would really fill into that, I feel like, bench role well. It's just a matter of fact, I see a bunch of people talking about him being a starter on this Thunder team already. I don't see him as a starter. That's my thing with Edey. I'm not saying he's a bust. I'm not saying that at all. He brings value and potential to any team he goes on as a serviceable backup big. He could potentially be one of the best backup centers in the league. We see that with Isaiah Hartenstein all the time, where he's usually the best backup center in the entire league. You see that with him. I think Zach Edey brings that to the table as well. He can be a good backup big, and his style of play, I feel like, can fit into the Oklahoma City offense, where he can shoot the three ball a little bit, where we want shooters on the team. We just need some beef up interior defense, and he does bring that. However, talking about this, you also have to look at the negatives that he brings to the team, and here they are. Here's what they had to say. He's a limited defender when pulled away from the basket. He struggles to recover on pick and pops and often gets blown by on closeouts. NBA teams will target him even more than college teams do. Granted, he's made improvements in handling pressure at his current level. Lacks a perimeter game aside from his screening, though he has soft touch on floaters and solid free throw percentage for a big. There is no indication that he will develop a spot-up jumper, can't really play an up and down high-tempo game since he's slower-footed in open space. So it's a double-edged sword for him. It was kind of what I'm getting from this. Granted, there are certain aspects to his game that he fits in well at with OKC, how he can be a catch-and-shoot guy, as he can shoot the three ball a little bit, shoots well from the line, goes to the free throw line quite a bit as well. It's just a matter of the fact that we like to push the ball a lot. When you look at our team, we have a bunch of quick guys, and we go on fast breaks a ton. And we like to play up in your face on defense. Sorry, I had a frog in my throat there. But we like to play up in your face on defense, play physical, play aggressive, and play fast. Edey is not really this guy that's going to be, moving really fast. Sure, he can move side to side quickly. He has decent agility, but running down the floor and trying to, really stay in front of defenders out on the perimeter, he doesn't do that well. He doesn't at all. It's a double-edged sword. Sure, he's going to fill in this post need that we need with offensive and defensive capabilities there. Interior scorer, rebounding, and just, that post present down low in the defense, blocking shots, being a rim protector. It's just all the other aspects that we're looking in for a guy. We're looking for guys that can run the floor quickly and can spot up shoot sometimes, that can play off the dribble. That's kind of what our offense is all about. Defensively, he can fit in well. Offensively is where I see him struggle a little bit more. That's the worry with him, and that's why I say, with the 12th overall pick, I say no to Edey. If we trade down for like the 18th pick, I say yes. That's what I say. Or if you really want him, draft someone that you can potentially see could be traded to another team, and then swap guys. That's what you do. It's just, I don't see him as a lottery pick. I think it would be a waste of that 12th overall pick and pay him a pretty good contract, pretty good sized contract for Zach Edey, when realistically, I don't think he's worth that much. I just don't. I don't think he's worth a lottery salary. I think he's worth $2 million a year. I see that as a rookie for him. That's what he's worth. It's just, we got to make sure we're getting what he's worth and not overpaying him. That's where I'm getting at. I feel like there's better options at the 12th overall pick than Zach Edey. That's where I'm getting at. It's not that I don't want him. It's not that I think he's a bad player. It's just a matter of the fact I think with where we are at in the draft, there's better options. There's a better way to go. That's my whole spiel with him. That's why in the comment sections and you know, if you see me on Twitter, I don't think, you know, Zach Edey is a lottery pick. If you're a team that has, you know, another pick in the first round late there, go ahead, take him. Or if you already have your team set and you don't really know who to take and you're willing to take a risk on him, go ahead. It's just a matter of the fact is at the 12th overall pick, we have better options. You can go get another shooter on the team, which isn't really necessarily our problem. But I do know a lot of guys on Thunder Twitter, all the Reddit pages, even the comment sections are high on Jared McCain. We also have a lot of people high on Cody Williams. And even Holmes, we have a bunch of people high on Holmes as well, which I'll also talk about in another video how I don't think, you know, the promises for him at the 12th pick. However, there's potentially trading down for him, as I saw an article, I can't remember from who, but we'll talk about that in another video. It's just Zach Edey. I see him as a guy we take anywhere from 18 to 20 if we trade down and go get him. He's not a 12th overall guy, but let me know what you guys think in the comments if you think we need to take him at 12th overall or if we should trade down and go get him or if we should even get him at all. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.